Hey, what's up guys, this is DarkArmedDuelist, and today I'm going to be doing a Crusidia deck profile, which is definitely one of my top 30 favorite deck profiles of all time, which we are actually going to be doing on the channel right now. This is definitely in the top teens of where my deck profiles are going to be. I love this deck just because of Crusidia Equal Max, which I am going to be getting my secret rare prismatic ones very, very soon, but I don't know if I want to give up these ultra rare ones because I've had a lot of history with them. I don't really know yet. We're going to decide. So anyways guys, let's get straight on this. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell notification, become part of the notification squad, and let's get straight on into this one. So this deck is a really interesting deck because I don't play it the way that everybody else plays it. I play a really interesting, different build of this deck, which I will show you guys. So I'm going to be playing 3 copies of Crusidia Maximus. Crusidia Maximus is really good because all of the Crusidia monsters share the ability that you can special summon them into zones that link monsters point to, and then they give those link monsters usually added effects. Like for instance, Maximus gives them an additional boost of double damage, which is really cool. And with stuff like Crusidia Equal Max, he gains the attack points of the monsters he's pointing to, which is really beneficial in this deck. So then we play 3 copies of Crusidia Leonis. Leonis is really good as well. These two are like the two that I want to go for under my Maximus the majority of the time, because this one inflicts piercing damage. So I get double damage and then piercing damage, and he gains 2800 attack going to 4800, which can just be humongous. Like that is like a Blue Eyes Chaos Max walking with a negate, or a walking Blue Eyes Chaos Max with a negate, and 4800. Like that's ridiculous. Then I play 3 copies of the Crusidia Tuner Monster, which we usually just use her as fodder to link up into something else. I usually don't use her that much for other, summons. I don't synchro with her, and her effect is lackluster in my opinion. Once per turn, if a Crusidia monster you control be destroyed by battle or by card effect, you can banish her from the field or grave instead, which is pretty good. I mean, I've done it once or twice where I banish her to protect them, but really you're just using her as a name to special summon onto the field and then give away for a synchro or a link summon. Then we play 3 copies of Crusidia Draco. Crusidia Draco is really a combo piece in this deck because when you special summon it, you can target a Crusidia monster or Crusidia card in your grave except another copy of itself and add it back to your hand when it's special summoned to a zone that a link monster points to, which is really cool, and I really like that ability about this card. So basically what you normally do is you will link summon into, let's just say I open up with the Crusidia Maximus. I'll normal summon the Maximus, link into, what's his name? Magius. Magius will then let me special summon another one. I'll special summon Draco. Draco will add back the Maximus, and then I'll special summon Maximus and start linking from there when I need to. So I'll go all the way up into, this card allows me to go into Equal Max extremely easily, in a nutshell. Then I play 3 copies of Crusidia Reclusia. Reclusia is so interesting to me because it's used in a lot of different decks, but its effect is that you can special summon to a zone that a link monster points to. And it also has the ability that once per turn, if this card is normal or special summoned to a zone that a link monster points to, you can target 1 Crusidia card you control and 1 card your opponent controls and destroy them on the field. So like scrap dragons on the field by targeting one and destroying one, which is pretty good. It can get you out of a bind really easily, and it's really good to have as like a bonus destruction card. Then I play 1 copy of World Legacy World Crown. World Legacy World Crown is again kind of like a pseudo Crusidia card. When you can special summon it to a zone that a link monster points to, which is pretty much the only effect that we ever use with it. You just special summon it into a zone that a link monster points to, and then it gives you additional abilities from there, but none of them are really that notable. Then I play 3 copies of Rescue Cat in my build. Rescue Cat is really good to be able to special summon out 2 Leonises, or a Leonis and a Elephon, which is my own little personal attack in this deck, which is a level 2 tuner monster, and this is a level 3, which lets us go into Nat Beast really, really, really easily. And it's beneficial to us because you want to be able to summon Naturia Beast to stop your opponent from doing spells or traps, or spells, not traps, which can be really, really cool of a combo to just normal summon Rescue Cat, special summon these 2 off of the Rescue Cat tribute, and then, have a instant spell negation on the first turn. Then I play, for the Kaiju package that I play in here, I play 1 of each Kaiju. I play 1 copy of the Gamma Seal, I play 1 copy of Gandharla. I play 1 Raiden, 1 copy of Dolgaran, Star Destroying, and Thunder. I don't play the Sticky Strings in here. You definitely could play Sticky Strings if you wanted to, but I felt like 6 Kaijus was plenty, to be perfectly honest with you, so I just play this number. If you want to play him as well, you definitely could drop something in the, spells and traps to play an extra copy of it, but I feel like that is the perfect number, to be perfectly honest. So that's it for the monsters, guys. Let's get into the spells. So for the spells, we're going to be playing 1 copy of Crusidia Testament, which is a new, really, really cool card. Crusidia Testament is your opponent cannot activate cards and effects in response to the activation of your Crusadia monster's effects, and after damage calculation, if your Crusadia Link monster destroys an opponent's by battle, draw an equal number of draw cards equal to your monster's link rating, which is really cool. If you have equal max on the field, you just instantly get to draw 3 cards off this. I really want to play this at more, but I feel like I one-shot a lot in this deck, so I don't play it as more than 1. So then I play 1 copy of Crusadia Revival. This is the field spell of the deck. Basically, what this does is it allows me to go after my opponent for the win, because it lets me attack all monsters my opponent controls by targeting Crusadia monster and gives them an additional 500 attack, which is just really big and beneficial to me. And I'm really glad that they have something like this. Like, it just really assists in the win for Crusadias. So then I play 2 copies of Crusadia Power. Crusadia Power is a really good card in this deck. Basically what this does is it prevents your opponent from targeting or activating effects of a Crusadia monster. Like, you can target a Crusadia monster, that Crusadia monster's unaffected by card effects. Like, that's it. Your opponent tries to target it or something with another card to destroy your Eagle Max, and you just flip this, and it's like, nah, I'm protecting Eagle Max at all costs. 2 copies of Instant Fusion. Instant Fusion is really, really beneficial in this deck because it lets you special summon out Millenniumize Restrict or Thousanize Restrict from your extra deck to be able to bait your opponent or, pop stuff they have on the field by, like, absorbing it with Thousanize or eat up hand traps with Millenniumize, depending on what you're trying to do. 1 copy of World Legacy Succession. World Legacy Succession is a World Legacy card that is searchable by id, the World Chalice Jurisdictor? Yeah, Jurisdictor. She basically lets us search it, which is really good, and I really like that ability to have, like, an instant monster reborn. And you can do that really easily with Elephon and Rescue Cat, which can be really, really cool of a combo. 2 or 3 copies of Interrupted Kaiju Slumber, just a white board, and to put, Kaijus on board to be able to link with and give your opponent a Kaiju, and you get to pick where the Kaiju goes, so Equal Max can point at the Kaiju and gain its attack, because it gains attack equal to the attack of all monsters it points to, and you can make it go up to like 8,000 if you put it with 1 Kaiju on your side of the field, one of your Link monsters, like one of your Crusadia monsters and one of its arrows, and then one of the other ones on the other side of the field. Like, you can make it go up to 89, I think, with just 2 Kaijus, or 60. It gains 6,600 if you put the 333 beaters on it, so it goes up to 86 on field, and then you put a Crusadia under it and it gets even bigger. Like, you can get over 10,000 attack easy, which is why this is one of my favorite decks. 3 copies of Call by the Grave. Call by the Grave is really, really, really good in this deck because it stops your opponent from hand trapping you, which is extremely important in this deck. I'm not too worried about getting hand trapped because I'm just going to keep special summoning until I get my card out. And I don't have that many added effects that are special summoning from deck and stuff like that. I'm just going to immediately summon Equal Max and go for game. And I'm going to bait you with stuff like, my instant fusions and stuff like that. So that's it for the spells, guys. Let's get into the traps. So for the traps, we're going to be playing just 1, and that's Crusadia Vanguard. Crusadia Vanguard is a good one-of in this deck, because when you activate this card, you contribute a Crusadia or World Legacy monster. If you do, you get to special summon a different one from the original name of that one from your deck or graveyard. And while you control a Crusadia Link monster, your opponent's monsters can only target Link monsters for attacks. So it protects your back row monsters from being destroyed, like your Leonis and your Maximus from giving your Equal Max additional effects, which is really cool to have. So that's it for the main deck, guys. Let's get into the extra deck. So for the extra deck, we're going to be playing 1 copy of Mech Knight Crusadia Avermax. Avermax is okay in this deck. Like, I don't really ever summon him, but he's really good in the deck if you do want to go that route. Crusadia Equalmax is the OTK maker of this deck. This deck revolves around summoning Equalmax. I like the Kaiju engine in this deck because it's really fun. There's other ways to play this deck, like Thunder Crusadia and stuff like that, but I like this variant because it's cheap and it's really fun for somebody who's just getting into link summoning. You can just instantly like go here, special summon 1, link 1, special summon 2, link 2, special summon 3, make Equalmax, special summon monsters to link zones, and it teaches people how to play link monsters with this deck. But this card gains attack equal to all the monsters it points to in all of its link arrows. And also, once per turn, you contribute a Crusadia or World Legacy monster this card points to target one face-up card your opponent controls and negate its effects until the end phase of the turn. Which is just super, super cool. And targets any face-up card. Anything, and negates it. 3 copies of Regulex. Regulex just lets us add a Crusadia spell or trap from our deck to our hand. Crusadia Magius lets us add a monster from our deck to our hand, which is really good. And Crusadia Spatha. Spatha is the one that I never really summon. I really never use her all that much, but she's there if I'm going to use, like, if I want to go that route. 1 copy of Millenniumize Restrict. Millenniumize Restrict just kind of baits hand traps. Thousand Eyes Restrict gobbles up big problematic monsters. Link Rebo for these guys, because you just want to, like, once you link with, or you get their value out of them, you link them away with Link Rebo, so you can start linking under Link Rebo. 1 copy of Id, the World Chalice Jurisdictor. This card's really easy to go into in this deck, because all you have to do is normal summon your copy of Rescue Cat, and then after you normal summon Rescue Cat, you special summon out your Elephant and your copy of Leonis, and that is a level 5 synchro, which can let us go into that, or it lets us also go into our Naturia Beast, which is another really good, you know, link monster, or not link monster, but synchro monster that we can go into, and it's prevent spells, which is important in this game. So that's it for the deck, guys. I hope you really enjoyed this one. It's a really fun deck. I highly recommend it for anybody who's just picking up, you know, link monsters or just wants a good OTK deck. Like, if you can get him out on the field real easy, and I'll show you a quick combo about this deck. So all you have to do is have, like, let's just say this in your hand. Let's say you have 2 of any Crusadia in your hand. I'm really fast. You normal summon the Leonis. Okay, you link it away. Then you summon Magius. Magius lets you search after you special summon a monster to its zone. Special summon your copy of Maximus. Maximus and Magius link together, or excuse me, Magius lets us search our Draco from deck, which is going to be the usual one I'm going to search off the Magius. Then you link these together, go for Regulex. Regulex summons, like, if you just have 2 of any of Crusadias in your hand, you can go for this combo. Draco adds back Maximus, or Regulex, whichever one you want to add. Then this lets you search a Crusadia spell or trap, which usually I'm going to grab my copy of Power if I don't have Power, or my copy of Revival. Either or, it doesn't matter, whichever one you want to grab. If you're trying to protect yourself, you're going to grab this. If you're trying to OTK, you're going to grab this. It just depends. Usually I grab Crusadia Power because I know I can OTK later. Link these 2 together, and then you go for your copy of Equalmax, and then Equalmax gets Magius or Maximus under it. And then if you have something like another Leonis in hand, you just special summon it under it, and this card's at 4,800, and it has immunity to everything. Like, this is ridiculous on its own. So that's it for the deck, guys. I wanted to really quickly show you the quick basic combo of this deck. The other really cool thing is if you have this on board before you go through all that combo stuff, you do Interrupted Kaiju Slumber, and you put a Kaiju on your opponent's side of the field like this, above him, and then a Kaiju under your Crusadia Equalmax, and then something like your Crusadia Maximus. This monster is gaining 36 plus this, which is like, what, 70, is gaining, it's at 10,200 with double damage into this. Like, that's a one shot. Like it's over after that. So that's my quick little combo video as well with Crusadias. I really enjoyed showing you guys that because this deck is super fun, and I really want to like carry this and do a live duel with it, which I probably will be doing soon. And definitely tell me what you guys want to see for live duels, and I'll see you guys in the next video. See you around, guys. Hit the bell.